Welcome to tonight's Be the Change Business Opportunity webinar for Beachbody Coaching. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. I am your host. My name is Heather Tucker, and I have been a Beachbody coach for a little over a year. Just want to give you a little bit of a background on me as a person, how I got started in coaching, how I started on my journey with our products, just so you guys kind of have an idea of how I got involved. So basically, it kind of goes back to high school, I guess, if you want to say. When I was in high school, I was always very, very active. My mom always had us in sports of something, like I was in soccer, always in like dancing of some sort, ballet, tap, all that stuff. And then when I got to high school, I actually joined our dance team and was really, really in love with it. I love to dance. It's like my most favorite thing to do. And so during like my high school period where your body starts to change and, you know, you start putting on a little weight, unfortunately, my dad, oops, one sec. So my dad, when I was in high school, and I'm sure he had the best intentions, used to make comments like, you better not eat that, you're going to get fat. Like he said that all the time to my sister and I. And so it really like ingrained into me this feeling of like what I was eating. And I wasn't really thinking about it ever until, you know, high school. And I felt like he really put like a spotlight on the food. And so I really started becoming cautious of it and started getting to the point where I would actually hide what I was eating. And so what I used to do was I would actually get whatever I wanted, like candy bar or whatever. I would take it to my room, I would eat it and stuff the wrapper underneath my mattress. And when my parents were gone at work or whatever, I would go and empty out the trash. So I did this for a long time. I was like hiding stuff. Then when I got out of high school, got married and got pregnant with my oldest son, who is now, he just turned 19. My now ex-husband would make comments during my pregnancy like, if you gain weight or get fat, I'm going to leave you. So there was always like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I went from, you know, this, my dad thing to now my husband who's now making comments. And I just really became like super focused on my body, like all the time. And just felt bad about myself all the time. And as I would gain weight during my pregnancy, I'm like, had this fear of abandonment. I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, he's going to leave. And I was just always living in like this panic mode. And then, so Cody got born, and then a couple years later had Michael. When I was pregnant with Michael, I developed hypoglycemia. And so I had to eat every couple of hours. And so, of course, you know, I'm putting on more weight because I'm eating more. And then after I had Michael, around that time, we started having more problems, and then we ended up getting divorced. But from that, you know, all these years leading up to that point, I was just really like, felt bad just putting anything into my mouth, you know. Thankfully, I didn't develop anorexia or anything like that, or I just stopped eating, but I would walk around feeling bad about myself all the time. And no matter what size I was, I just would walk by the mirror. I could be small, bigger, whatever. And I just always felt bad about how I looked. It was always like the outside appearance. So after we got divorced, I met my now husband, Chuck. Totally different personality type, you guys. It was like night and day. His family is really into food. And so when I met him and we would go and do like family things, they were all about the food and loving with food and all that stuff. And so I'm like, whoa, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I can now eat in front of people and not feel bad about it. And so guess what I did? Ate a lot of food. And I didn't feel bad about it. And my husband loved it. I mean, we started gaining weight together, but it was like we didn't really notice or care because we were so in love and so comfortable with each other. And then I got pregnant a couple times and had 2 miscarriages with him, unfortunately. And so really went into like this deep depression through my miscarriages and started to emotional eat a lot. Put on, by that time, I think I was maybe 50 pounds overweight, around there. And when we finally got pregnant with Joshua, that pregnancy was very, very, very hard. I had like so many physical things with that pregnancy. I couldn't keep anything down, like at all, for the first 3 months. Got dehydrated where I had to go into the hospital, and they sent me home with one of those PICC lines. Chuck ended up being my like nurse or whatever, where he had to change the IV bags all the time. And finally got to the point where I could eat, and then I developed diabetes. And so, of course, went on the special diet, and they said, you know, what you can and can't eat. And so I did that throughout the pregnancy. But as soon as I had him and could eat what I wanted, I did. And then I put on even more weight. And then we moved away from like all our friends. And I've always kind of been a little more insecure on the inside. And so when we moved, the area that we moved to, like, all of the women were super small. And by that time I was pretty big. I want to say I know I was over 200 at that time, maybe 210 or something like that. And I'm only 5'3", so it looks, I mean, you can tell on me. So I really started walking around, and, you know, we got involved in a new church, and I was trying to make friends, but I really felt like the women there were just more judgmental, I guess. And so it slipped me more into depression, where I started eating my feelings more. And it got so bad, you guys, that when I was at my heaviest, which was 235 pounds, that's when I stopped weighing myself. It's very possible I could have gotten up more. I'm not really sure, but that's the last time I weighed myself. But it got so bad, and I got so embarrassed of people like seeing me, that I started ordering groceries online. I did not go to the grocery store. They brought them to my house, and I just started doing a lot of things like that, where I didn't go out of the house a lot. I would be sitting like with my kids, and they would be like wanting to go out and play or go to the park or something. And I would just look at them and be like, I know I should take you, and I know that you need to go and play, but I have no energy, and I really don't want to go outside. And so I feel bad for them, because I wasn't being a good mom, you know, and I felt horrible about that. So I dealt with that for at least a couple years in the new place, and it was horrible. So finally, one day, I'm sitting on the couch, and I've got this big bowl of cake and ice cream, which is like my staple binge food. I would always eat cake and ice cream, cookies and ice cream, whatever. It was always something with ice cream. And so I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden this commercial comes on, and this cute, spunky girl dancing up a storm, and they're talking about Turbo Jam, which is a program that was developed, I want to say early 90s. So I saw this program, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that totally reminds me of my dance team days. I have to have that program. So I ordered it off the TV, got it home. I started doing it, started to see some change in me. I started to lose a little weight, just, you know, starting to get movement going. And I got hooked. So as soon as I was done with that program, by that time something else had come out. I think it was Hip Hop Abs. So I ordered that one, because again, it was another dancing program. Did that program, loved it. This whole time though, me ordering programs, I did not know at that time that I was automatically set up with a Beachbody coach, because that person never reached out to me to welcome me, thanking me for, you know, the order, and letting me know that they were my coach and that they would help me through the process. Never had any of that, unfortunately, and you're supposed to. So what would happen is I would start the program, go for a little bit, and then stop, start, stop, start, stop. And I would, this whole time still hadn't changed my eating habits, still was trying to do my regular eating habits with the fitness, wasn't seeing too much change. And so that went on for several years, actually. So I would, see a new program, purchase a new program, but never really changed my eating. So then we moved up to another new area, and by that time, I had tried so many different diets over the years. I had done Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Nutrisystem, low sugar, no sugar, low carbs, no carbs. Like, I had done all of these things, taken pills, drinks, all this stuff, and none of them would work. And I really wanted to lose weight. Like, even my mom and my sister were like, you have to lose weight. I'm like, I know, I'm trying, but nothing's working. So when we moved to this new area, which is where we are now, I remember getting to the point of, man, if my husband just didn't bring in all this sweet crap, then I wouldn't have these issues. I would be able to just, quit cold turkey, and it wouldn't be in my face all the time. And so I really started blaming him for me being overweight, even though I was the one putting food in my mouth. So around this time, I went to a newer church, and they had a guest speaker, and this lady was talking about how she had put on all this weight and how she had put the blame on, I think it was her mom or something. And it was just really relating to me at that moment. And I remember breaking down and just crying and being like, okay, you know what? I have to start taking responsibility for myself. I have to stop blaming others. I need to do this for me. I need to do this for my kids. I want to be around for them. And around this time, my dad had developed adult onset diabetes, and my mom had gotten breast cancer. And so we had gone through a double mastectomy with her and a reconstruction. And I'm like, I just want to be healthy. I don't want to get any of this stuff. So I finally, around this time, I want to say this was in 2010. I was on social media on Facebook and ran across this girl who was super positive all the time. She was posting about her fitness journey, her own fitness journey. She was talking about her ups and downs, about the food she was eating, what was working, what wasn't working, but she was just so positive all the time, and I was really drawn to her. And so I reached out to her and I asked her what she was doing. And when she told me that she was a Beachbody coach, I'm like, what? What is a Beachbody coach? I have a ton of Beachbody fitness programs. What is a coach? So she started explaining to me what, she does. And I was totally attracted to it. I'm like, oh my gosh, and so by this time, from 2010 up until 2012, I think that's right, 2012 or 2013, I started cutting back on portions and had started to lose some weight. And so by the time I met my coach, Anita, I had already taken off a significant amount of weight using the fitness programs from Beachbody, and then just cutting back on portions, but still needed help with like a dialed in nutrition program plan. And so she started talking to me about Beachbody's nutrition and Shakeology, which I had never heard of before. And I was very apprehensive to try Shakeology because I had tried all these other shakes and I hated them, or they didn't work or whatever. And so I finally just decided, look, I'm going to try it. I'll give it a shot for 30 days. If Shakeology doesn't curb my sweet tooth like I really want it to, then I'm returning it, because we give a money back guarantee. So I basically at that time was really interested in Focus T25. That was my next program I knew I was going to do. And so she helped me purchase that program along with becoming a coach at the same time and getting hooked up with Shakeology. And I got the package home literally within the first, I want to say 3 or 4 days of drinking Shakeology. I noticed that I was walking by sweets, and the smell and the attraction to the sweet was like not around like it normally is. And And I was like, this is weird. Like, why do I not want that? So I ate something anyways, I remember, just to test it and see like if I even liked it, the sugar or whatever. And as I was eating it, I didn't even really want it, which is, if you guys know me, that is just crazy. I mean, that's like a miracle for me. So I started noticing that. I also started noticing that my digestion was better because I used to live off of Pepto-Bismol and all this stuff all the time. And I noticed I hadn't had to take that for a couple of days. And I'm like, whoa. So I continued to take it, started seeing results right away. Stomach started going down, the bloating from all the food that I was eating as I was, getting detoxified by using the shake. And I started eating clean and doing the fitness program. And I started having results and people were noticing. And I'm like, okay, Anita, tell me more about this coaching thing. So she gave me kind of like the scoop. I was on a couple of these calls like you guys are. And she kind of, gave her story. And then she went over the particulars on coaching. And I was like, okay, I want to do it. I want to help others like Beachbody's helped me. So that is how I decided to become a full-on coach. I'm like, you know what? I have this journey. I have this story to tell. It might relate to somebody. Maybe it won't, but I'm sure it will to some people, And so I've always had this passion of helping people, wanting to help people, give advice. I love people. I love hearing background stories. And I really just wanted to help people to get the same experience and the feeling of lightness and joy that I was experiencing from losing weight, and people telling me how good I looked and how great I felt inside, all the energy I was getting and everything. So that is how I started becoming a coach. So here are a couple of particulars about Beachbody. Okay, so Beachbody was founded in 1998 by Carl Deichler and John Cogden with the core purpose to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. So through infomercials, they were able to give everyone equal access to a variety of proven, no-nonsense, in-home DVD fitness programs. Carl and John set this company apart from any other by taking a risk and creating programs that required hard work and commitment. No magic potions or quick fixes. If you've ever seen or tried P90X or know someone who has it, then you know it requires serious commitment. Like, I just started doing that program. It's hard and awesome. But through online Beachbody message boards, customers would talk like back and forth about their results and provided that support system. And so Carl and John saw an opportunity to reward these people for sharing about their programs and their results, and invited them to become the founding coaches of what we now call Team Beachbody, which officially launched in 2007. And so the launch of Team Beachbody put into motion the launch of tons of products. I mean, just look at so many things that we've done. Insanity, Turbo Fire, P90X, P90X2, T25, the Shakeology, Asylum. I mean, there's like so many programs that we've actually released since 2007. And, it just represents a true commitment to the company's core purpose to help people achieve their goals and just really enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. And so the products do measure up, and they are giving people what they are looking for. Beachbody has a huge amount of revenue growth since 2007. They've, gone 100 million, 300 million, 500 million. And actually late last year, they went over $1 billion, which was their goal to reach the last couple of years. So they're super excited. They're constantly releasing products. Like every couple of months, we have a new fitness program that comes out, like new accessories, new pre-workout formula, after-workout formula that you drink and stuff like that. That's all organic and whole food based and stuff. It's amazing. And so from day one, we actually started with 40 coaches, and then just last month, we actually hit over 300,000 coaches. So we are still fairly new to what we call network marketing. There's still a huge amount of opportunity to be, at the open level where you can still have like the ceiling of opportunity, or no ceiling opportunity to make, a lot of money, and reach more people. So we have a ton of support. I actually am part of a team of over 2,000 coaches. So that's how many my sponsor has. And then we all support each other all the way to the top. So there's amazing support. We have team pages where we actually meet and talk about stuff. We have meetings, trainings. So you're never without not knowing how to do this business. We give you guys everything that you need to succeed. And then as far as Shakeology goes, there is absolutely nothing on the market that matches up to the dense nutrition. There's tons of health benefits, and it's less than $5 a serving per day. That actually gives you $41 worth of fruits and veggies in one single glass. So it's amazing. I actually, like I mentioned, have been drinking it for over a year, and I feel amazing. I never want to be without it. I actually call it my crackology all the time to people because it's so good. But Shakeology alone isn't what makes Team Beachbody so unique. It's really the fact that this company has a solution for everyone, regardless of age, gender, or fitness level. So our product catalog is full of fitness programs designed to help beginners all the way up to fitness fanatics to take their workouts to the next level. And we just have tons of success stories. I mean, if you go onto YouTube, Google, anywhere, and you just type in like Beachbody transformation story or insanity transformation story or whatever, you guys will see a ton of things that will come up to support what I'm telling you right now. But we are a community of people that join together and support each other in the mission to end the trend of obesity. So here's a couple of facts about being a coach, which I know a lot of people, when I talk to them one-on-one, they actually have these questions. So coaching, you do not have to be in peak physical shape or a certified trainer, okay? A coach does not need to be a fitness or nutrition expert. We do not need to already have your fitness and nutrition goals like down. You don't have to have a sales background. You're basically just sharing your own journey, and people see it and they're attracted to that and they ask you about it. And it's very simple. What you do need is to be passionate and dedicated to help people achieve their goals. You do need to be consistently sharing how Team Beachbody can help change the lives of those that you meet through building relationships and connecting with people. You do need to be proof the product works, which means drinking Shakeology and working out every day. And finally, coaches need to be committed to consistently improving and developing themselves through personal development. So we do a lot of reading in this company to grow ourselves. So depending on what kind of coach that you want to be, you just set your own hours. You know, if you have a full-time job, you can do it around this. You can work it like 1 to 2 hours a night instead of maybe watching TV or whatever. But as your business grows and you can afford to spend more time focusing on it, then you can actually start the transition from maybe a part-time coach to a full-time coach and be making that full-time income. And we do actually have people that average like 5,000 to 10,000 a week. I have not gotten there yet. I just hit my 1 year. My average right now is anywhere from 300 to 700 a week. And that's just from me, you know, bringing on people that I'm helping all the time. And then I've developed a team that is also doing the same thing. So you actually make bonuses through team cycle bonus. But it definitely can fit anybody's, you know, needs, and you can work it around your own schedule. So we have tons of training, like I mentioned. I'm trying to get to the money part. Okay. So in addition to your initial investment to be a coach, which you basically just come on with a challenge pack of fitness and Shakeology, And so whoever invited you to this coaching opportunity, you can actually go back to them and you guys can work out which fitness program will be best for your needs, and then go over the Shakeology and the pricing for that. But in addition to your initial investment, there is a $15.95 ongoing monthly business service fee. And the service fee pays for the millions spent on media, your personal team websites, our back office, warehousing products so you don't have to take on any inventory. It covers customer service, technical support, marketing, all that kind of stuff. So you guys don't have to do anything except be proof the product works. And let's see. And then basically what we make is a 25% profit when you bring on somebody and you're helping them with their fitness. And then you also build this team volume, which we make percentages depending on what rank as you grow your business. And so that's pretty much the gist of what is involved with coaching. So what will be next for you guys is within the next 24 hours, you should expect the coach who invited you to this call to follow up and ask you these questions. So have your answers ready. What did you like most about the presentation? Does Team Beachbody feel like a fit that could help you achieve your goals? Which option appeals to you, coach or customer? And in closing, use these questions to help you decide if you want to be a coach. Sit back and say, who do I know that needs help with their health? If you think about it, there are way more people that need help with their health than someone needs makeup or someone needs clothes. You know, there's a lot of networking companies out there. I've actually been a part of one myself. Before I was a Team Beachbody coach, I used to sell jewelry. And while that was fun and I got out of the house and I had some good girlfriend time, it did not fulfill the need inside me to help other people. And I wasn't really making an impact on their lives. I was just making them look cute, which is fun. I mean, it's fine, but this is a passion, you know, and people need us, you guys. People need more coaches. And I'm only one person. I can't reach the world. But if there's more of us on our team, you know, you have a certain group of people you know, I have people I know, and we're just going to be able to help more people. And that's the amazing thing about coaching is you get to help your family. You know, you get to help your family get off diabetes medicine, lower their cholesterol, help them with their sugar addiction. I mean, all these amazing things that our product is guaranteed to do. Okay, so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on tonight. If you guys have any questions, please get back with the coach that invited you to this call. We would love and be honored to have you on our team. We are Be the Change, because I truly believe that we are the change that we can actually be in our world to bring better health and a more fulfilling life to those around us. So thank you guys so much for coming, and I hope you have a blessed evening. Take care.